Hi everyone, I'm Dasha. Welcome to another MS Paint Challenge video. This time I will show you how I painted Black Widow from the Avengers. This video is a re-upload of the original from the 25th of April. I made the video shorter. When I was looking for a reference, I had in mind what I roughly want. I wanted her with her iconic red hair and I found this image. I think it's from a promotional poster of one of the Avengers movies. And it fits perfectly what I wanted. So let's get right into the process. So I did this a bit differently than the Iron Man painting. Here I'm going straight into color. I actually like this early stage of the painting. I think it has a cool aesthetic to it. What do you think? So I'm slowly refining the shapes and making sure the proportions are right, working on the face first, the skin, nose, eyes, and eyebrows. So I start fixing the proportions of the hair and add more shapes and shading and highlights. Then ears, the chin area and lips. The neck and the collar, adjusting things gradually. So just like with Iron Man, here I'm using mostly just the pencil brush that has 4 sizes. In the beginning, I used the oil brush just to fill in big spaces first. I decided to work on the face and get it close to the finished stage first. It's just a personal preference because it bothers me if the face is a sketchy work in progress for a very long time. I'm gonna get it out of the way and then I will work on the jacket and the background. So as you can see, I'm working on the skin. I'm using dots. Yeah, it's very repetitive and time-consuming, but that's basically the only way to get the skin texture in this high resolution, since skin has a lot of pores. So I move on to the forehead, which is a pretty large area in the image, and it's gonna take a lot of work. And then I add darker shadows in the hair and more vibrant colors. By the way, which part of the painting do you guys think was the most frustrating and lengthy? Leave me your guess in the comments and I'm gonna tell you the answer at the end of the video. So at this stage it was already similar to the final result, but details do matter a lot, especially in this case since I'm using a large canvas, a 4K resolution canvas like with Iron Man. So at that resolution, a lot of information fits in the image, and if we open it at 100%, if something isn't painted properly, it shows. So I want to make sure there's as much detail as reasonably possible. Then I finally moved on to the other parts. In the original reference, she's wearing a jacket with a dotted texture, but I will remove the dots. The rest of it will remain pretty much the same. I corrected the proportions and added some basic details like the zipper, creases, the stripes on her shoulders, and the logos on her sleeves. I blended some of the background to start unifying it. Working on the loose strands around the sides of the face and neck. At this stage, the hair starts to look much better. I also add a lot of individual hairs sticking out, just overall a lot more details. I'm going around the whole portrait wherever I find convenient to render details. Moving on to the final stage, including the background. In the original reference, there's a skyscraper, some smoke and debris flying in the air, but for this I will simplify it. It will also make Scarlett stand out more in the image. At this stage, I mostly only worked on the background and the jacket, basically finishing off the entire image. I didn't measure it, but I think the background in this painting took me much less time than in Iron Man, or maybe it just feels that way. I don't know. Or maybe it just went better and was slightly less repetitive than in Iron Man, since over there it was a big background of just flames. It took a long time to blend them and make them look nice. Smoothing the jacket, detailing the stripes on the shoulders and the logos on the sleeves. I add a zipper onto the jacket, and at this stage, the painting is almost done, so I'm looking for places to fix and adding details that will improve the entire look. Like the highlighted area on her left cheek or some small details in the hair. Adding a lot more individual hairs too. I made sure to record the final part of the process properly so that once again it's obvious it was all done in MS Paint. And then the painting was finally finished. So it is done, and here it is. Well, I'm happy with the result. I think the background adjustment worked pretty well too. I actually felt like this painting was done much faster than Iron Man, but after adding the recordings and work time up, this one ends up around 99 or 100 hours, so pretty much the same as Iron Man, which was around 97 hours. This really surprised me. And around 10 hours editing time or so, I had 192 recordings to edit for this one. About the most frustrating part of the process, it was actually the forehead. I think because it's such a big part of the image with barely any variety of contents and a lot of detail, it felt like I worked on it for a very long time. But most importantly, what about you guys? Do you like the result or not? And if you like it, which part of the image do you like the most? Also, what other challenges do you want me to try? Let me know your suggestions in the comments. If you would like to see more of my videos, you can subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day or night. And I will see you in the next video.